Oh yeah, get out of here.
Welcome to We Love Deck Builders, the podcast dedicated to empowering deck industry pros to construct a thriving business. Join your host, April Edwards, founder of Deck Builder Marketers, as she brings you a cheat sheet of industry secrets and strategies that promise to boost your deck building business. Whether you're a battle-tested pro or just starting your entrepreneurial journey, this podcast is your arsenal for expert insights and actionable advice. So tune in and let's carve a path to business growth, one insight at a time.
But here we are. Thursday fun day. We got to come up with something better for that. I look forward to the podcast, so I like to do a little new boot goof in here.
Yes. I'm also looking forward.
If anyone knows what new boot goofing is, put it in the comments. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you're ever feeling like you need a little chuckle, you need to look up new boot goofing. Oh my. So, we've got, let's see. Okay, cool. Check in sound 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Got a new microphone, so got to make sure it's good. Sound good?
Yes, absolutely.
Vinita, are we gonna have fun today?
Yes, definitely.
All right. We got 2 boss babes here today. Right? Own it.
Yes.
Own it. All right. So today we are blessed to have our very own Vinita Swami here, and she is going to give you all the down low on what you need to know with paid ads. It's really important. It's a really good lever in order to move your business forward. And if you are looking to scale, it's the quickest way to do it. We combine that with our organic growth with, I call it SEO, but search everywhere optimization, getting you found on Google and all the places. So it's a mix of getting found without paying, and then a mix of paying to get found. And that's where Vinita comes in. And we need really smart people to do this because we're managing budgets. I mean, talk about like an investment broker, right? That'd be a good kind of title for you.
Yes. Thank you, April, for such a brief introduction you already gave. I'm a paid ad specialist of Deck Builder Marketers, and I love it. Like, I love this place. Now, coming to paid ads, especially when it comes to the local service industry.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I got to interrupt you because we got to do our professional intro here. I got to put on the professional hat here. We got to make it legit, Plus, I want to show you off here a little bit more formally. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the We Love Deck Builders podcast, your place for real strategy and honest conversations about what it actually takes to grow in this industry. I'm your host, April Edwards, owner and growth strategist here at Deck Builder Marketers. We work exclusively with deck builders to help them build profitable, sustainable businesses through smart marketing systems, really to give them time back to really focus on what they're brilliant at. So today, I'm joined by Vinita Swami. She's our PPC specialist, paid ad specialist. She's got a lot of tools in her belt. And, she helps optimize our Google ad campaigns for deck builders across the country. She is a data nerd. You got to be a data nerd. Okay. She's not just a data nerd, but she's part data nerd. So she's constantly analyzing performance, adjusting strategy, and making sure our clients aren't just getting clicks, but getting the right kind of opportunities. And that's really what it's all about. What I appreciate most about her is that she doesn't look at paid ads in isolation. I mean, I don't know if that really means much to y'all, but we'll get there. And as far as what that means, because we really need to educate you on what you need to know, enough to be dangerous, enough to know what to ask if you're going to hire somebody. I think that would be kind of my goal from this. I don't need you guys to understand how to do paid ads, but understand why it's important and what's been changing with it so that you are equipped to move forward with scaling your business, possibly using paid ads. So she understands how to connect the full picture, your website, your messaging, your sales process, and how all of that impacts your results. Today, we're breaking down what's actually changing in paid ads right now, especially with AI and automation, and what deck builders need to understand before they invest another dollar. I'm really pumped to talk about this now. Okay. Sorry, we got a couple of things here. I love you, man. Handsome Vikings here. He says, oh, Apes, looking forward to a better Thursday intro. Nice marketing lady. Officer Dingle is my spirit animal. So he gets it. New boot goofing.
Yeah.
If you guys are here, there's an email sign up on our website in the footer. So deckbuildermarketers.com. And you could sign up for our emails and get notified whenever something's going on, especially the podcast. Primarily, we're really just emailing people about the podcast, but if we have an event going on and stuff like that, we'll let you know. Additionally, if you go to, let me bring up the banner here. It's just deckbuildermarketers.com/events, or actually, to make it a little bit easier, just go to welovedeckbuilders.com. And you'll be able to see all of the upcoming episodes, and you can click on a little button there and get all of the upcoming podcasts in your calendar. So Google Calendar, whatever calendar you have. So, yep. So either we could let you know via email, or you could just subscribe to the calendar. So Kevin said, sorry, Lieutenant Dangle, Reno 911. Oh, the joke's out. New boot goofing. Love it. Deck Geek says, hi, April. Okay, I got to give the floor over because this girl is excited to tell us a little bit more about paid ads. And so take it from here, Vinita. Welcome so much to the podcast. First of all, I got to say, it's been so nice to have you on the team. We've got an amazing strategist we brought on this year. He's from the Midwest, so, he's got my heart. And Vinita has really been drilling down and getting our paid ad accounts even further optimized so that our clients are spending less and getting more. So Vinita, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you. Thank you so much, April. In fact, you have explained everything about me, but yes, I would like to introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Vinita Swami, and I am the paid ad specialist in Deck Builder Marketers. I love my job. Now, the first question you must be asking me that why the hell want everyone, people want to use this paid ads? Why it's important? Is it important, or how much it makes the difference? So the answer to all your question is yes. It's something which actually makes the difference. And when it comes to especially the local service industries, and where we want these, where we actually want to make the difference, our organization, our company, we want to scale in a strategic manner. Definitely at that time, paid ads is a bliss. uh, Actually, what is it? What actually paid ads is, or Google ads, or whatever, the AI automation? It's something. It's an AI bot. So how we train it, that makes a difference. How we put the input into it, that makes a difference. So yeah, uh, this paid ads is something where we can make a huge difference, especially in the deck builder marketers, where we actually rely on the leads, and just by these paid ads, how we can drive our sales, how we can drive our sales from this level to this level, just by giving, paying for every click, very important clicks. And every clicks are important to us, and out of those clicks we get our high intent leads. So this ratio, the the ratio of the clicks and the leads. That's actually the something very important, and for that we are actually trained how we make the difference, how we convert every possible clicks into the high intent leads. That's how we train our Google ads. And for that reason, paid ad specialists are there. So that's how I work. And that's how I think every PPC specialist works for any company. And yeah, so this is something very exciting. And actually, it is the combination of the marketing and the AI and also the strategy. So this combination is actually making the difference. So yeah,
Oh,
that's a little brief introduction of mine.
so good. Now, listen, guys, stay with us and ask questions, okay? Because I know this might not be exciting, but it's super important, guys. It's super important. I have people that come to me that want to grow their business by $1 million when they've never been in scale mode and do it, in a year, when they're only at 750,000. And I'm like, hey, man, if you've got the internal infrastructure, you've got the mindset, you're willing to invest, totally possible. There's a lot that we have to do fundamentally in order to get you to a good place. A good example is, man, if you only got like a couple of reviews and you want to invest, $10,000, $20,000 in ads so that you could scale your business, maybe not a good idea. Maybe we focus on getting some good reviews and reputation first before we go in that hot and heavy. And I think that's what's really great about our team here is that we're not going to tell you what you want to hear, because at the end of the day, like, we need to guide you in what's going to help you reach your goal. And so we're realistic with it. So anyway, that's a really good example. I think everything's shifting right now. Would you agree, Vinita? Just in our
Yes,
world
yes,
and just everyone's world with
yes,
AI.
yes.
So
Uh,
we're going to talk about that, but like just in a general sense, what do you think is changing right now in paid ads now compared to a year ago?
Earlier, the Google ads were completely trained like this. They were completely relying on the keywords, the intent. But today we have the combination of intent and signals. If we give a proper signals to Google ads and complete, a clean data to the Google ads, the miracle happens. And obviously, this miracle doesn't happen in 2, 3 days. It will take time, definitely. But this is how the Google ads has evolved. It's not the keywords, it's not the search term which makes the difference. It's the signals. How important, how clean signals we give to the Google ads. And yeah, yesterday in one of my meeting, one of my beautiful colleagues, she said, what you build, what you put inside any AI, you get, in return that only. And I agree with her, because in every AI version, we are actually surrounded by every, AI boards, whether it's ChatGPT or the other things. Whatever we put, whatever input we put inside it, the same thing we get, in the result. Same thing is with the Google Ads. So how much strong signals we put inside it. Similarly, like in that way, the Google Ads is trained, and in that way, the Google Ads work, and miracle happens. So yeah, this is how the Google Ads has evolved from the last year to this year. That now we are not only completely relying only on the keywords. It's the signals. Now, signals can be of different layers. It can be the ad copies, it can be the search term. We have a complete control. We have the bidding. So these are the different layers we have. So yeah, this is how the Google Ads has evolved.
All right. So what about AI? It's literally everywhere now. And guys, ask us some questions, man, so that, we could be as helpful as possible during this time. Because I know y'all got questions about AI. We're actually creating a lot operationally here, leveraging AI so that we can provide even better services for our clients, and uh, do it more efficiently, right? So anyway, So ask some questions is the point. But so it's everywhere right now, but inside Google Ads in particular, what does that actually look like in a real campaign?
First of all, the search match query. That's one of the AI layer we have. And right now we can have a complete control on our search term. We can put the bids, what kind of search term we are having, the ad copies, the RSA plus the assets. This is AI. We have a complete AI version. We can have a control of, we have a partial control on us also and the AI version. So this is how the ad copies have been evolved. Now the every headlines and every descriptions are actually very impactful. And as I said, what we put inside, we get to the results. So headlines and descriptions, what we put inside the assets, that makes a difference, because it is something which puts the impact on our leads, because that is something which they look like. If, let's for example, in headlines it is written best deck builder company. Now it will, definitely put an impact on, and the leads or on someone who is clicking into that ad. So this is how they have changed, like that something has put an impact on it. So yeah, this AI layers have been, very impactful. AI help us to give the better headlines and descriptions, so that it can be put forward in terms of the leads, what they like.
Mhm.
In terms of that, it can, completely design our ad copies, the search term, smart bidding, auction time bidding. That is something, latest version we have as the AI in the Google Ads. We can actually put the bids on every impressions. We can actually put the bids on our keywords. Likewise, we can, like for example, any one keyword or any impression we are feeling that this particular impression is very much important for us. This is coming from a high intent, that particular target areas, and that serving areas is very important for us. We get leads from there, so we can obviously put high bids on that. So this auction time bidding, that makes a difference, and this is something AI help us. So yeah, these are some of the layers we are having in the Google Ads, and that actually makes the difference. We have AI advisors, which actually helps us or advises us how our campaigns are working. That gives you a complete, picture or image of our campaign health. That helps us. So yeah, these AI versions which we are having in the Google Ads right now, they are very good, very helpful, and I would say this: yeah, they make the difference. They actually give us, that confidence, and not to us, also the clients also, when they look to the, results, the conversions coming, the leads coming, the high intent leads coming through this AI help, it makes a difference. This, I think, AI has evolved the Google Ads into a better version which it was earlier. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's really enabled us as, managers, PPC managers or investment brokers to we could just get better results because it's relying, like, we have to know how to direct it, but then it's leveraging all the data that it's collected to optimize campaigns very well in order for you to get a better return on your investment, right?
Yes.
Great. Um, so with that said, there are areas where AI is outperforming humans. So where do you still need human strategy involved?
I think, as I said, the input, it's not the Google AI or the AI version fails, it's the input fails. So definitely, if the input is not proper, definitely the Google Ads will not work. What kind of data we have provided, whether we have integrated any CRM to it, like GHL, we integrate GHL with our Google Ads. So we are actually importing, or we are
Hold
getting
on,
the
hold
offline.
on. I'm always going to stop you because ain't nobody know what GHL is. So it's high level, which we have a snapshot built just for deck builders called Sales Jumpstart. And if you
Yes.
go to sales-jumpstart.com, you could learn more about it, but it is super robust and it enables you from a sales perspective. It gets us as marketers attribution data, which means we could actually see what lead sources are driving the most revenue, which is extremely important when you're investing in advertising. And I always give this example. We work with a client in Greenville, South Carolina, for several years. You guys probably know who it is, but their ads were their cost per lead with their Google ads was extremely high. And I'm like, man, should we throw in the towel? Like, what is going on here? Why is this so high? And then we were able to look into the data and actually see that their Google ads were attributing to an average of $250,000 projects. So yeah, the cost per lead was higher, but there was a reason for it, and it was a positive reason. And so when you can look at things in that level of detail, you're more empowered to make bigger, more risky decisions in your business because they're not as risky anymore. So anyway, that's high level. JobTread connects directly with it. We're a JobTread partner. If you don't know about JobTread, you can search JobTread on our podcast and get probably, I think we have 3 podcasts on that. We've even had Eric, the owner of JobTread, in our client exclusive growth workshops. And it's just a powerful combination. So anyway, I'm nerding out on that. You continue to nerd out. Sorry to just interrupt you there, but did just want to make sure that was clear.
You actually cleared on a very important thing. So everyone should know about this, that we are actually using this thing on our every account. We have integrated this thing, and that's very important. Again, I said the input. What input we are giving to the Google Ads, that makes the difference. So we have the offline conversions data, we have input, we have an integration with the Google Ads, we have the complete optimizations done on the Google Ads. We use the AI versions, definitely. We do the smart bidding on everything, like on every click. I always prefer using the AI versions or the AI help always on the Google Ads because it makes a difference. And it's very, they have make this AI helps is for us. But as April said, how human makes the difference. Again, if I'll not give the clean data to the Google Ads, if I'll not put proper keywords, if the ad copy which is created by the AI have not double checked to it, if there's anything which is not acceptable according to my need, like according to that client's need or according to that service area, definitely it will not work. So I have to use the AI help. Plus, I have to check what needs, what the requirements I'm having based on my clients' data, what the inputs they want, what kind of leads they want, what kinds of location. Like every clients have some special, they want to target some specific locations and want the leads from here. In that case, we have to put our bids, high bids on that particular location, on that particular device. Let's say on mobile we are getting much more leads as compared to computers or tablets, then obviously we have to put our bids more high on the phone. So this is how the smart bidding we do on everything, on the device, on the location, on the keywords, on the impression, and that's how we work in deck builders, and that's how we make difference in the deck builders. So yeah, every client is special for me. Every client is special for all of us, and we have to give our best, our 200%, I guess, on every account. So yeah, human and AI both have to work together. Then only we can make difference.
Love it. So meaning when you say every client is special, I mean you mean like every client has different services. Some clients want to actually they don't care, like they'll go after keywords like deck repair because they know if they go to the job or they go to the homeowner for the consultation, they'll be able to sell them on why it's a better investment to get a new deck
Hmm.
versus repair it and stuff like that. Um, so that's what you mean, right? I just wanted to.
Yes.
Okay. You, Anita, said, what is something in paid ads that is working now that most people still do not believe or are not using yet?
Yeah. So I think every person, every client, when they pay for the Google Ads, they want the results in 2 3 days. And this is a tendency of everyone. Like I understand, like if I have to pay something, I want the result on the very next day. I understand this thing. But miracle doesn't happen on the next very day. We have to keep patience. Some patience is very important when it comes to paid ads, Google ads, because we actually see when it comes to deck building, it's a high ticket size market. We don't want the cheap leads. We don't want low traffic leads. We actually want high intent leads, very high quality leads. So for that we have to need to wait. So yeah, this is how people, they still don't believe on the paid ads, that the day they start putting their pennies in their Google ads, they'd want to see miracle. But I want to clarify to everyone, miracle happens, but just you need to keep a little patience and a trust on the team, on the PPC specialist, that will together make difference on everything. So yeah, this is how I think people still do not believe on this thing, and they need to keep patience on every client or in every account. I would say every account needs a little time to get mature.
Mhm.
Whenever I set a new account, the first thing I do is we set it on maximize clicks. Now, maximize clicks is what? We actually right now need only the clicks on my ad. I want people to know about my brand, my ads, my what work I'm doing, on what areas I'm serving, what is my USP, what kind of work I'm doing, and what is something which we can give to you. So obviously, people should know first thing about that, and that will make the difference. That will put the impact on the leads. So once in the 15 days, first few 15 days of a new account, we put any account or any campaign on maximize clicks. And once the campaign is start working and we are getting good clicks, that means people are recognizing our ads. People are knowing about us. Now it's a time to shift towards maximize conversion after 15 days or 1 month. Now it's a time where we want actual the conversion. We want the Google to run accordingly, that they can give us good leads, good conversion. And yes, in that case also, AI is there. We can put the bidding on it. We can put the target CPA, that we want leads on this particular CPA only. And we are ready to give this amount, but we want high intent leads. We want actual leads. This is how AI is helping us on the campaigns. So yeah, this is the process which people
Mhm.
still don't believe, but this is the truth, and we should like the clients has to believe on this, and this is how the things goes on in a proper
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, you do have to trust in the process, that's for sure. Um,
Yes.
so yeah, I mean, you're saying that there's kind of you have to go in different phases. You can't just I don't know, it's interesting. I think that marketing in general is like that. Like you're not going to just go up to a pretty lady at the bar and say, "Will you marry me?" You got to kind of warm her
Uh-huh.
up a little bit, introduce yourself and maybe take her out for ice cream or something, a few times beforehand, right? So that's kind of the approach with what you're saying is that, we can't go all in at first. Like we kind of basically a lot of what we do is we feed the algorithms,
Yes.
signals and we're basically intentionally building that algorithm until we are ready to go in and ask
Yes.
Google or whatnot for hand in marriage.
Yes, every bot needs time to understand what we need, and once they know, they'll boom.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bobby's saying, okay, actually we're getting a lot of questions about budget. So I don't really know who's to put up first. I'll put you Anita's up, but Bobby's asking too. He heard of a business owner spending $50 a month on Google ads and never even monitoring anything. And then you, Anita, saying if you had a limited budget, where would you put it first? Google, Meta, local service edge, something else. So I know I'm kind of putting this all in the same place, but budget is really important. Now, I want to say something first, just because I talk to a lot of deck builders. And I've talked to so many deck builders that just put $500 into Google ads and just let it roll. And they literally have no idea if it's bringing in business. Now, maybe you've got enough money to just say, screw it, let's, put that in and see if it does anything. But if I'm I don't know, man. I don't want to just throw $500 down the drain or throw spaghetti at the wall and hopefully something sticks, like I really want to know. So, it's interesting. Like if you're in a really competitive area, populous area, your customer click is probably going to be higher, right? So
Yes.
if that's the theory, then you reverse engineer how many clicks it's going to take, and then how many of those people have went to your landing page website and actually converted, meaning they filled out your form or called you, small percentage, and then from there how many are actually qualified, and then from there how many book an appointment, and then from there what's your close rate and how many do you close. So if you could reverse engineer it in that way, starting with the cost per click, then you will actually know and have a really good idea of how much you need to be spending in order to, at least break even. But shoot, if you're doing ads, I hope that you're, putting some money in and getting a heck of a lot money back, heck of a lot back. So anyway, that's my 2 cents, Vinita.
April, you are absolutely correct on this budget thing. Uh, it is something very important to understand the reverse process, what actually we want. That's the first question. Everything, I think every client should know that what they want, and accordingly, they should decide their budget. Now, when it comes to deciding between the platforms, which platform should we use, like Google and local service ads, they are completely different. Like local service ads is something where we actually rely on the search term. So it's something different. So it's again when we are actually into that confidence enough that people just by looking, by searching us, we can have the leads by just there's search business, we can have the leads. Then for that reason local service ads are very good. But when it comes to when people wants to search for something, like for example I'm staying somewhere and I want to search the best tech builders. At that time, Google ads or the Google campaigns, search campaigns are very important. So at that time, we offer Google. Again, what I said, it's on the needs. What we want, that is somehow we decide which platforms we are using. But if you're asking me that at first, let's say when client has come and he's a new and he just wants to invest on the paid ads. So what thing which we should provide him? So I think in that case, we will provide him or will ask him to put their money on display campaigns and local service ads. Now, why display campaigns? Display campaigns is we actually display our projects in front of the people like this. These are the projects we have done. This is the video we have. Just look to it, give us good thing, just know about us, what kind of work we are doing, having good impressions, having good clicks on those impressions. So this is how display campaigns work. We actually create retargeting campaigns. If someone has just looked to your videos, for example, and if let's say they have not come back to us, what should we do? We should, in that case, retargeting campaigns are something which are very helpful. We can actually capture or we can bring back those leads to us. That's, hey, we are here, just come to us and we'll provide you these best services we have. So this is how we, now once the client has this confidence, now this tech builder marketers are there for me and they can provide me high intent leads, so I can just invest my penny to the paid ads in that form. I think Google ads campaigns are very very useful, search campaigns, because we are actually creating a Google ads AI version in that manner where we have very high intent keywords, where we have the ad copies, and by which we can target our leads, our high quality leads. So yeah, and the last step is PMAX campaigns, where we give complete control to Google Ads. But now PMAX campaign, I want to add on this that PMAX campaign now has evolved, very very good manner. We have a little control on its search term. We can have a control on its negatives. So PMAX campaigns
Yeah.
are very good. So yeah, at the last, once we have mature campaigns, we have a history of conversions, then we can definitely opt for the PMAX campaigns. And PMAX campaigns are again very good, and they can we are actually using PMAX campaign because we rely on Google Ads. Now my Google Ads, my account know what I want because we have trained him. We have trained everything to him. They know what kinds of leads we want. So they will drive those kinds of leads for us through those PMX campaigns. So yeah, these are the things we should work on while choosing the platform. So first we need to understand what clients want, and accordingly we work.
Yeah, because and what clients want, like you think that that would just be standard, but it's really, again, like, do you want to go after everything, or do you only want those 60,000 and plus projects? There's a whole funnel and workflow that goes into both of those scenarios, from what we put in the copy to what targeting we do, to how much we're budgeting, to what the landing page looks like. It's a whole experience, right? To what the landing page looks like. Google actually has a quality score that they measure the quality of your, landing page and ads, I believe it is. And then the form, are you like, do you want to better qualify them and ask more information, or do you really just want more leads coming in and you want to make it easier for them to engage with you? So it seems like it seems simple, because you don't know, but there's a lot that goes into really catering that strategy for each builder. And then
Yes.
what I wanted to say about PMAX, because man, did we have a terrible relationship with PMAX when it first came out. And it's a really good example of how things evolve and why it's important to constantly try new things, and also try things that didn't work before that maybe might work now.
Yes.
It's pretty crazy how fast our world changes. Um, anyway, so the handsome Viking is here, and I just want to say it is so nice to have you back. He always has something to to mix it up. So he said he said apes is stroking her braid like a gentleman does with their beard. The original fidget toy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you guys see me with my braid, I do like this little side braid. It means I'm feeling a little spunky, I'm feeling a little spunky today. So, and then Deck Crafters from New Jersey. Can AI pre-qualify leads, including budget, timeline, scope, for example, before I ever speak to them? Do you have any thoughts
Uh,
on that?
Yes. So AI, when we want to pre-qualify any leads, and when it comes to budget, timeline, or scope, I think we have the option of getting the limit estimate of what kinds of leads we can get for this budget. But again, right now, it's not the research; it's the predictive bidding we have right now. For example, let's say we have set CPC around $10. That means for every click we are ready to pay $10. That doesn't mean that Google will give us $10 only. It may give you below $10. It may give you around 11 or 12. So what I'm trying to say, we cannot pre-qualify everything. We need to wait for the realistic approach. What actually we will get, afterwards. That's the same thing which we have to see. But yeah, we can have the estimates for everything. Obviously, AI can give you complete estimates. This is the like these are the budget. But again, as I said, there should be AI help, but it has to be controlled by us. That's the good combination. If we
Well,
have
hold on.
complete
I want to stop you because I don't know that I'm following you. Are you, when you're saying budget, timeline, and scope, are you referring to the quality of the lead for the client, or are you talking about budget and stuff like that within the campaign?
with the campaign, like we
Okay.
can yeah, we can actually have the before we can have the estimates of everything. But again, as I said, we have an option of custom budget also, where we have a complete control on everything. So yeah, this AI help and our control, that's it's the good combination.
Okay. So I'm going to answer this with what I think you're asking, and that's so listen, AI can do a lot. Have you earned the privilege of that yet? And that's where automation comes in as well. You really have to get your workflows down before, like, you do that stuff manually before you automate things, and then before you leverage AI. You have to have a system and process first, and you got to work out the kinks in that way. You don't rely on AI to do that for you. Now, Jason, when it comes to the qualified lead that you're asking, like, can AI pre-qualify the lead? It can, but it depends on and I'm saying this for everybody, not just you, but it depends on where you are in your business. So, for an example, we have a builder, OG in the space, man, been building decks for a long time, did not work on his online presence. So even though he's really well known in the industry, when we brought him on, like, we're starting from nothing, man. Like, no online reviews, barely any online reviews, just like Google business profile not taken care of, like really starting from nothing. And you got to understand, man, like somebody like that's been in the space for a while, that finally decides to work with a marketing agency, their expectations are pretty dang high, because they're like, I am ready to rock and roll. I want my business to move forward. I'm going to spend some money and make it happen. Well, in that particular case, like, we wouldn't want to have a very long, in-depth qualifying process, because he hasn't earned that yet. Right now, we just need to get the leads in the door. Google wants to see conversions. They want to see that if they're sending people to your website, they're actually getting what they want. So if you're making it difficult, then yes, that's going to help you from a time perspective. But is that really what you need right now? Now, as you get, and we had another builder too, that he's like, I only want $65,000 projects. That's it. I'm not going to talk to anybody that doesn't have a budget of that amount. Great. That is a North Star. That is very ideal. And I get it. But man, if you don't have professional photos of your work that actually showcase you primarily doing those amazing luxury projects, ain't no ad campaign going to help you. You know what I mean? And if you don't have a lot of reviews and that proof to really show that, that like why your minimum is $65,000, then it's not going to work. And so I think the longer we are working with deck builders, the more we know in terms of, again, what I said earlier is like telling you things you don't want to hear, because we want to be realistic, and anyway, there's kind of a process to it. So to answer your question, Jason, yes, definitely. But we have to know if you are there yet. If you're getting in a ton of leads and your problem is time, or if like you have a limited, there's a million scenarios. You have a limited budget and you really just want, high quality things, like there's so many things, right, Vinita? I don't even know where to start. It's like, in that case, then is it local service ads? Is it Google ads? Is it meta ads? Like, and then what the budget is. And so I don't know if you have anything to add. I feel like my mind's going in a million places on this question, but a lot of marketers like to say it depends, and I hate that answer, but do you have anything to add to this?
No, I think you have already said.
Well, so you, Anita, said she did ask about Google. I like to have the conversation on Google versus Meta. So Meta is, and by the way, okay, let me go to Kevin here. He said Spunky Brewster with my braid. And then he said wait, hold on. He said something else. Okay, here. Very nice to hear your expertise, Vinita. Please explain terms for a non-marketing or tech bro. Unrelated is your older sister's name, Kavita, like my friends. So yeah, again, like, we can't get too ahead of ourselves, Vinita. We need to make sure that people are really understanding what we're saying. But hopefully this next question helps a little bit with that. And I want to kind of address some misconceptions between Google ads and Meta ads. I just find that deck builders are very visual, as am I, man. Like, I'm putting SOPs together for the team, and I'm like, oh, let's create a little microsite out of this with Claude, because it's easier to see versus, just a document with words. It's easier to comprehend and digest for myself personally. And so, what we do with the PPC campaigns with Google Ads, we're testing different combinations of headlines, calls to action, and descriptions and images. And we put all of that together. And then, depending on what's it called, a dynamic display ad?
Mhm.
Is that what
Yes.
it's called? Yeah. So
Yes.
then, basically, Google will show and test all these different combinations and figure out what works the best. Anyway, the point is you don't really get to see it. It's not like we could be like, here's your beautiful website. You could actually see. With your ads, it's like, okay, here's a spreadsheet with all the titles and descriptions and calls to action and like pictures we're going to use, but Google's ultimately going to decide what works, in that particular case. Now, when it comes to meta ads, you can see that. You can see those. Everyone's on social media. Everybody gets it. It's a very visual platform. And so I think a lot of deck builders are more drawn to that. Now, for me, I'm like, and we've got 3 phases to our deck builder marketing system, our program. Social ads it's at the end. Like when you're ready to dominate your market, we're going all in with everything. But if we want to really, we work in order of priority and what's going to make the biggest impact and get the people that are actually looking for your services right now. That's what you do with Google Ads. You invest there first. And then when you're ready to like capture all the fish in the pond, then you need to start going after and investing in brand awareness more and getting people that, are like really high up in the research phase. And that's where social ads come in. Now, I don't really know everything. This girl knows a lot more. So what else do you have to add between the question that you, Anita? That was a little weird. You, Anita, Vinita. I like it. I never
Yes.
noticed
Yeah.
that. Um, so you, Anita,
Sounds.
is one of our account managers. She's a rock star, which apparently that's overused. I saw that in a commercial one time. It was really funny. Anyway, I'll try and find that and post it. But where would you put your limited budget first? Would you put it in Google Meta or local service ads or something else? So I really wanted to
Um,
address that social versus Google.
as you said that when we want to expand our reach, at that time we want social ads, because social ads, everyone is on the socials, on the Meta, so we can reach to a very uh, beyond audience. We can reach to a large audience in that case. So in that case, meta ads is very good. But again, as she said, if you have a limited budget, that means if you have a limited budget, that means you actually want high intent leads, the leads which can be which are qualified leads. It's easy to convert them. The clicks which we are getting, it is easy to convert, and we are ready to pay only for those leads only, because we have a limited budget. So at that time, obviously, the Google Ads is the better option as compared to Meta Ads, because we don't want to expand much. Just we want to sit aside, test for this, and we want good leads, and we just have this particular budget, and we want to spend on the paid ads, but we can't spend much. So I think Google Ads is a better option. But when we have confidence, when we are good enough, and we have expend so much that we can increase our budget, then the second direction is the social ads. And we tech builders, marketers are have the expertise in all these things. So we test on the Google ads, we are on social ads, we have you know the accounts of the local service ads. So we have this expertise of every platforms, and every platform has its own good things and bad things. So yeah, in that way, I think limited budget, to the answer to her question is, for the limited budget, I think Google is the most good way to target the right audience. So targeting right audience, in that case, that's very good.
Yeah. Yep. I hope this is resonating because I feel like there's a lot of misconception with Google Ads. Everyone's like, oh, it's a lot more competitive. And I think, I don't know, man. It's interesting. Everything's changed since COVID for deck builders so much, I think, so much. And there's so much more competition. And when there's more competition, there's more, prices go up. But if you've got somebody that really knows what they're doing, that can get you set up for success, then go for it, man. So we're wrapping up here. I really want to give some applicable, some, is that the right word? I don't know if that's what I want to say, but I want to give you guys some tips that you can walk away with on your own. And so if one of our listeners logged into their Google Ads account today, what's one thing they should look at to know if their campaign is actually working or not? All right. I don't know if there's a delay or if she's just really building up the anticipation. Can you hear us, Vanita?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, so if a builder logged into Google Ads today, what's one thing they should look at to know if their campaign is actually working or not?
Okay, so they should see a few things. Not one thing can give them the answer. The first thing is the impression, the cost, what kind of CPC they are paying, and what is their CPA. So these four things are very important. Impression, actually, we are reaching to the audience or not. The cost gives you the answer that what amount you are paying on that campaign, and CPC is that give you the answer that what actually cost you are paying for every clicks. That gives the entire picture of the cost also. And finally, CPA, if let's say we are getting the conversions, and so for those conversion, what cost we are paying, that's also very important when it comes to the strength of any campaign. So if any of these things are missing, that means the campaign has an issue. We have to immediately work on it. Then after that, second step is the keywords. Which particular keywords is having the high cost, and this is something else. This is the second stage we follow. But these are the four things we have to look first on any campaign. When we enter into campaign, these are the four things we should see: the impression, the CPC, and the CPA, and the cost we are spending on the campaigns.
Well, that's a lot. That's not one thing, but I guess that kind of sums it up that there isn't really one thing that you look at. You kind of have to look at all these things as a unit, right?
Yes.
All right. Oh, okay. One more question here. If we join a new ad account with messy data, what are the first three things we should check before touching anything?
Stay back. Yeah, came across this thing when there was one account came to me. It has the data, it has history. So, and we need to, just open that account, and we need to again make the campaigns live, which were live few days or few months back, and we cannot delete anything, and it has messy data. So, first thing is, do not delete anything. Do not ever, because history is very important. History of the campaigns, the account, that actually help us to train our campaigns, to train our Google Ads for the future prospects. So history is very important. You need to see what the data is there, and what kind of the kind of leads we were getting, they were qualified or not, and that we can see through that, the complete picture of the campaigns. We can do the filters, and we can actually see the leads coming from the different the conversion, the whole conversion, whether it's from the primary, whether we are getting the leads from the form fill, or whether we are getting the leads from the calls. So what kinds of leads are we are getting in the history? Similarly, or in that manner, we have to train our Google Ads, and then after 6 months later, if we are into a stable condition, then only try to opt your history things. But other than that, never ever touch your data. That messy data is very helpful. So that makes a difference. As a PPC specialist or a PDAT specialist, you need to get the things out which is beneficial for us in from that messy data. Like we are actually getting the true things or the best things from that garbage, and that will be useful for me. This is how it will work.
All right. So garbage. But data is really important, and I'm stressing this a lot with your own database, which are your contacts in your CRM. There's a lot of money in there. You just have to tap into it. And Um, Data is really, it's really important. Like, I mean, we're fine, right? If somebody comes to us and they don't have an existing account with data, I mean, we know the right steps to take, but it is always nice to have something to analyze that's already been, not working or whatever, just some data to analyze before we get started. So, um, oh, and then, okay, to close it up here, you, Anita, said, I don't care if this is overused. Vinita, you are a rock star. And better yet, you are our rock star. Again, you, Anita, is an account manager here.
Thank
So.
you.
Well, is there anything, any final words of wisdom you want to give the audience?
The audience was very good. The questions were very good, and I love the audience. Patiently, they sit back and hear me and gave me this opportunity to discuss about a very good topic, paid ads, the AI and automation. And I think for every business, whatever business we are running, this paid ads is very important, very important. So yeah, we should use it, we should work on it, and we should understand its automation, how it makes the difference. That's the last words for me
All
on
right.
this.
So, if there's one thing that I want you guys to take away from this is that really paid ads, it's a good lever, but it's not a shortcut. And nothing is. I mean, if somebody's promising you the guaranteeing X amount of leads, in a month or something like that, be aware. there's always a catch. And so, we're really trying to do things here, and a good marketing agency or partner should, really do things for the long run. I think, for instance, if you dump a ton of money in Google, at first, they're going to kind of get used to that, right? And expect that all the time. Something like that. So, anyway, this is really part of a whole system. As I mentioned, like, your landing page is crucial to the success of the campaign, as well as your online reputation, and stuff like that. So, and guys, beyond that, man, like, are you answering the phone right away? And what's that experience? Are you just saying hi or hey? Like, or is it nice and professional? Are you getting back to people right away? What is the overall experience? And the reason I say that is because it was really interesting. We audited some accounts. Actually, when my new strategist came on, he wanted to know what 3 accounts were working the best and which ones weren't. And the ones that were working the best, I knew right away. I was like, do you think that, I mean, I know that these 3 clients are at the top of all of our clients that really have their business optimized, meaning that they've got every little detail worked out and they're super pro. And I'm like, don't you think that's kind of interesting that those ad accounts are working better than the other ones? And it's true, because they got better reputation, more people are talking about them. It just all works together. You just can't look at all these things in a silo. At Deck Builder Marketers, we have a whole system, and as I mentioned earlier, it goes in phases and in order of priority based off of what deck builders need. You can book a strategy call with me. I call it a growth strategy session. You will walk away with really good insight. People find it super valuable. I do my homework beforehand. You get to spend an hour with me, and I'll show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and really enable you to make a good decision in your business moving forward. Of course, if we're a good fit, and we could help you, we're a full service marketing partner. We could take care of all this for you. I like to say we're a growth partner, and marketing is just kind of our tool set, But anyway, I'm rambling a lot today, aren't I? If the system isn't right, then the ads won't be either. And really, the builders that win with Google ads aren't the ones chasing for quick results. They're the ones who understand how everything works together. And again, it's your visibility, your website, your messaging, your follow-up. It's everything. If you're expecting instant results, you're going to be frustrated. But if you approach it the right way with the right expectations, it can become a really powerful part of your growth. And I want to say, don't just depend on ads, like get some organic going too, right? And then you could even see, okay, what keywords do I not want to pay for because I'm ranking well? And even test out doing both, right? To see, because some people will click on the ads, some people won't. So you want all of your marketing to be integrated and cohesive. And I've got a whole story about, which is interesting. The owner of this company hit me up on LinkedIn, and it was the last marketing agency that I worked for before I went out on my own. And the reason is because I just saw such an opportunity with how to do things better, which I think a lot of us do that, right? That's how we end up starting our own businesses, because we're like, this ain't right. Like I could do this better. I see a gap in the industry, and the way that they work, they were a really big marketing agency, and they had all these departments, but none of the departments work together. So if they had like Google ads going, it was like, it's often its own little silo. And then if, the account manager maybe recommended, or I don't even know if they had an account manager or strategist back then. I think it was just the clients like, I think I need SEO, or I think I need a new website. And then it was like, they'd have to start, it'd be another siloed thing instead of it all working together. And 2026, man, it's all about a system. It's all about an experience. And what we like to say is omnipresent. You need to be omnipresent. You need to be everywhere, and everything really needs to work together. So anyway, lots of rambling today, but I don't know. It's the, what did Kevin say? What did he say? The spunky Brewster. It's the braid. The braid's making me do it. So if you have any questions about your current ads, or you're thinking about getting started, just feel free to reach out again. We're always happy to take a look and really point you in the right direction. So deckbuildermarketers.com/strategy, and book a time on my calendar. And for those of you listening, at Deck Builder Marketers, we help you guys create those systems I'm talking about. It's your own marketing system. And you should have a bunch of systems in your business that work together. The system we put together helps you attract the right clients, and it gives you more control over your business, so you could stay focused on what you do best, which is growing the business, right? And if you're ready to create a marketing system that actually works for you, book a free growth strategy session, as I mentioned, at deckbuildermarketers.com/strategy. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, follow, and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more deck builders, and it truly means a lot to our team. Also, you can always see our upcoming podcast episodes on the Deck Builder Marketers website. You can actually just go to welovedeckbuilders.com and see everything right there. Forward you right to where you need to go. So thanks for tuning in. And as always, keep moving forward. Hope you guys enjoyed this.
Hey, deck building community. Enjoyed the show? Hit subscribe and give us your thoughts. We love hearing from you. Ready to level up your business? Visit deckbuildermarketers.com. Check out our services and let's build your success together. Don't forget to download our free guides. They're a game changer. Thanks for tuning in to We Love Deck Builders, and see you on the next episode.